First and foremost, we are grateful that our research has been accepted for oral presentation in the first Philippine Aviation Research Conference 2022. On behalf of my co-researchers, Mr. Joseph Brian Potestas and Dr. Fayhope Abala, I would like to present to all our research entitled Competency of Instructors on Digital Learning Amidst COVID-19 Pandemic at Philippine State College of Aeronautics, Mactan Campus. Background of the study. Education is valued so much by Filipinos that it evolved from nursery, elementary, junior and senior high school, and tertiary higher education for them to develop skills to cope with the level of stages of development and learn different disciplines that define the life they wanted to have till old age. The thrust to educate college students is given to private and state colleges and universities, where they learn different courses and programs that they could use for self or corporate employment needed to cope with daily hurdles of lifelong struggles for progress and survival. The educative process takes place in a formal setting where schools are set up for classroom and laboratory instructions and face to face encounters with students and instructors. School officials, teachers, students, and other stakeholders meet together in school and carry on classes and every mandate they have. But the pandemic ushered to the new normal of blended learning or fully digital learning. Classes are conducted through online using synchronous approach. Introduction. The instructors and professors adopted online learning where digital competencies, knowledge, skills, and attitudes are tested. The new normal design of different blending learnings method is in a place where both students and faculty are being put in an arena of online classes. One of the key processes is the level of knowledge on the use of technological gadgets and equipment, which are important resources in the current blended synchronous and asynchronous instructions. Instructors shall have knowledge of the platforms to use. They shall have the skills in the use of technological gadgets and equipments to ensure that online classes will successfully be done. They shall have the right attitude to patiently do virtual classes along with many consequences. Statement of the problem. This study aims to determine the competency of instructors in digital learning amidst the COVID-19 pandemic at the Philippine State College of Aeronautics Mactan campus, the calendar year 2020 to 2021. The findings of this study will serve as a basis for the proposed improvement. Specifically, it is sought to answer the following questions. Number one, what is the profile of the respondents in terms of age, gender, civil status, highest educational attainment, and length of service? Number two, what is the level of competency of instructors in digital learning amidst COVID-19 pandemic in terms of knowledge, skills, and attitudes? Number three, what is the extent of challenges encountered by the respondents in digital learning amidst COVID-19 pandemic in terms of availability of facilities and equipment, network and internet usage, planning, implementation, evaluation of learning, and collaboration with parents? Number four, based on findings of the study, what improvement of competencies of instructors' digital learning amidst of COVID-19 pandemic can be proposed? Related literature. The theory of Haythorne-Waite emphasized that the transformation in the teaching and the learning have three components of continuous societal change in online practice, including the massive growth in online resources available via internet, the minimal change in academic practice. Christine Vanessa R. Fajardo, 2020, said that most teachers keep attending training to improve their skills, especially in the area of information and communications technology, ICT. Heightening the professional development of teachers amidst pandemic in the Philippines is research that gives the readers fresh perspective based on what the random students and teachers are saying and feeling about the competencies that each one should possess in the Philippines. Research gap. Online classes pose a challenge to instructors and students. The availability of facilities and equipment supports the virtual activities. The network providers and internet usage is a problem. Planning implementation in the use of modules and assessment and evaluation of learning is a struggle for both instructors and students. More so in the collaboration of parents who are not learned in the use of technological gadgets, which includes the cost it takes, is quite a problem. Theoretical framework. The study is anchored on theory. Online Learning by Carrie Ann Henry, 2011. The theory has a concept that the computer and internet are used to deliver course content in technology enhanced learning environments and to facilitate communication and assessment using synchronous and asynchronous communication. Tools for collaboration, primarily asynchronous methods. Further, the emerging theories and online environments of Debbie J. Wicks, 2011, support the two theories. It emphasizes that online learning requires instructors to learn effective ways of building online communities of learners. Changing technology software need to support learners in online courses. Research paradigm, conceptual framework. This part discusses the input, process, and output or the flow of the study. The input box contains the profile of the respondents, which include the age, gender, civil status, highest educational attainment, length of service, the level of competency of instructors in digital learning amidst COVID-19 pandemic, and the extent of challenges encountered by the respondents in digital learning amidst COVID-19 pandemic. The process box contains the quantitative descriptive research design, survey questionnaire, data gathering, data processing, statistical treatment and analysis, and interpretation of data. And lastly, the output box contains the process of improvement of competency of instructors on digital learning amidst pandemic. Research methodology. The study used a descriptive design with a quantitative approach with the use of a researcher made questionnaire as the main instrument in the data gathering from 49 instructors and had undergone content validation and pilot testing to ascertain their functionality and reliability. This intends to gather data on the competencies of instructors on digital learning amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. Statistical treatment. Simple percentage was used to treat on the first part, which is the profile of the respondents, which include age, gender, civil status, highest educational attainment, and length of service. Weighted mean was used to treat second part, which is the level of competency of instructors in conducting online classes, which include knowledge, skills, and attitudes in the third part, which is the extent of challenges encountered in digital learning on availability of facilities and equipment, network and internet usage, planning, implementation, and evaluation of learning, and collaboration with parents. What is the level of competency of instructors digital learning amidst the COVID-19 pandemic in terms of knowledge, skills, and attitudes? Findings. The instructor's level of competency in digital learning in terms of knowledge is highly competent. The respondents are highly competent or knowledgeable in using the cell phone or laptop for online classes, learning continuity plans, and the strategy for flexible and residential schedules and platforms to be used in the conduct of online classes. The lowest indicator is the highly competent level of knowledge in the subject matter that makes the discussion smooth during online classes. Conclusion. The instructors of level of competency in digital learning in terms of knowledge is highly competent. They are knowledgeable in using the cell phone or laptop for online classes, learning continuity plans, and the strategy for flexible and residential schedules, platforms for online classes, and knowledge of the subject matter. Recommendation. There shall be an enhanced program of development of competency of faculty in digital learning focused on mastery of knowledge, skills, and desirable attitudes. What is the level of competency of instructors on digital learning? Finding. The level of competency of instructors on digital learning in terms of skills is highly competent. They are highly competent in the skill in the use of gadgets such as cell phones, laptops, and tablets for online classes throughout the semester. Also, in the highly competent category, show skills in the use of knowledge being taught during online classes and show skills in the operations of network, internet provider, the internet usage, and the conduct of online classes according to the timeline. The lowest highly competency is a skills in making, formulating learning modules, and using them in online classes. Conclusion. The level of competency of instructors on digital learning in terms of skills is highly competent. It is a skill in the use of gadgets such as cell phones, laptops, and tablets for online classes, the use of knowledge being taught during online classes, and operations of network, internet provider, the internet usage, and making, formulating learning modules. Recommendation. There shall be management support in providing facilities, equipment, network, and internet usage. There shall be improved implementation of plans, evaluation of learning, and meaningful collaboration with parents. These are the references of our research study. Thank you and good day.